January the 9th, 2024. Guys, another quick update. You can see where the tornado watches are in this area, and then the severe thunderstorm watches in this orange section here. We've got tornado warnings now just in the, I think it's just east of Waycross, Georgia. We're going to pull that up and look at it. But what's a little concerning to me for all of my friends in Florida, as this thing tailed through, of course, we got it last night, and then the coast and Alabama got it, and Florida, Alabama, into Georgia. But as it moves further east, this tail is coming into the Gulf, and it's not letting up in intensity. It's still over warmer, moist water. And so we're going to start to see problems here. You're already seeing on a very large section of this part of Florida under marine warnings offshore, and then thunderstorm warnings onshore. And then this thing is going to lead, guys. You're already looking at problems that could occur very quickly in South Carolina. Tornado watches in North Carolina. So we're nowhere by any means out of the danger zones yet. Let's look at the radar. Now, right now, this one is just north and west of Waycross, Georgia. It looks like you're going to be out of the impact of this storm, but look at what's trailing it, so don't take your eyes off of anything. The other one is south of Vidalia, if you drew a line between Vidalia and Hinesville, but it's headed up. It's going to come out into North Carolina, South Carolina. Here's Hilton Head on the coast, and everything's moving north and east. But down into Florida, guys, it's starting to concern me right in here. I want to change radars, though, so we can look at it a little closer. And scanning south out into the Gulf of Mexico, there's a wide area of offshore marine warnings. And notice how this is only showing this section of it, but that it continues into another box here, moving further south. And you've got these severe thunderstorm warnings all the way up to the Waycross area. But you can tell here, Ocala, you're going to be under the gun. Gainesville, Jacksonville, Lake City, you're already starting to get some of the storms there. And as it sweeps across, you're talking about Palm Coast, St. Augustine, and then coming up again into Georgia and South Carolina, and it's moving very fast. Guys, I'm going to go back here before we look at the national satellite images, but just notice in the yellow areas again, what a wide area of tornado watches. I think you practically all of South Carolina, think about that, how many people are involved in this area, especially along the coast. And then you've got a good section of Georgia, and it's spreading across Florida. The areas that I was naming over here along the East Coast, they're in the tornado watch. So don't take your eyes off of anything. Don't let your guard down. Now, this is the national map. In the center, you see that low pressure system that's bringing all that cold air in. The cold air is not here yet, though, guys. And you can see coming in on the northwest coast, a system there. It's not as heavy as the one that just passed, but the one that's coming through Central California now through Utah, it's sweeping up, going to be into the Colorado area, Wyoming, up through there, Utah. But right here, this system is expanding very rapidly in the Gulf of Mexico. I think it's because we got cold air here. Guys, our real feel is about 35. I think it's 41 degrees outside now. Cloudy, cool, and chilly. We've got some wind going on, not as high as it was last night, but it's still there. But this is getting very wide. I think they're going to more than likely expand the yellow sections that we just looked at in Florida that were tornado watch areas. More than likely we'll see that. Now, the system coming in a little further south, I don't know if that's going to be involved in this intensity or not, or will it get out into the Atlantic. But you can already see where the cooler air here in Mississippi is, and down along Louisiana and Texas. All of this up in here is part of the blizzard warnings that we were seeing. But, guys, here in Florida, Georgia, up the East Coast, guys, this is coming all the way to Maine before it's all said and done. Now, more than likely it will be cool enough to where the further north it gets, the less tornadic activity we see, we hope. That's what we're hoping for. But we're watching it, guys. I've got an update. I just want to look back at the video I did a few days ago. We're starting today. I mentioned that up through the 16th. We got that dip in the Arctic vortex that's going to bring possibly record cold air. Now, I've got some information from different cities that will be affected going up into I think it's the 15th or the 16th. But I'll put that together and we'll look at it because it is a definite warning sign of some very intense cold air coming. It's a heads up, guys. Hunker down on these tornado paths. Be safe.